are live. So, yesterday's game to begin with. What could have been better? I mentioned yesterday in the very first live what I wanted, and that was before the referee blew for the kick-off, the players get together near the centre circle, they do the huddle. And I wanted them to either say, let's go for it, or we'll see what happens. And, you know, we had chances. Yes, we did. We had chances early on from Bruno Guimaraes and Harvey Barnes. And Arsenal threw everything into defence to make sure nothing happened. And we had the opportunity yesterday to give them one heck of a game. Right, the first person is here. Right, here we go. So-called Geordie, good morning. Right, so... Right, as I say at the beginning of these lives, I'm going to do the club first, and then I'm going to shake it up. Now, yesterday, it was still 0-0. And what I've seen on Match of the Day, I'm disappointed at. I'm very, very disappointed at. But I'm going to show you more than like what happened yesterday. Much more. Apologies for the background noise. Somebody is doing garden work. So apologies for that. Now, I have a page open right now on the laptop. That's why I'm using my mobile phone. Right, so what we're going to do is hello. Right, here we go. Right, so as we're going to be sitting down for a couple of minutes, here's the thing, yeah. Yesterday, yeah, we did not do enough. There's 17 people here. Thank you. Awesome. Here's what's going to happen, right? We're going to talk about Newcastle United and what should have happened yesterday. Should have happened would have been after the second half. That kid who used to play for West Ham, well, he goes and does it again. And, you know, Declan Rice, England international, and he can score. And he did that yesterday. Good morning, Primetime TV. Good morning. And Malmo is from Iran, so I'm international. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. But here's the thing, right? People were a little bit annoyed yesterday when I went live at 11:30 because I stand by third in the Premier League. Yeah. I stand by third because it is better than fourth. Yeah. Good morning, Mason. Good morning. Now, I want everybody to look up at Mason. Yeah. He's a young Newcastle United supporter, and Mason is brave enough to have his picture against his name. Moving forward, I want every person who joins my live to do the same. I want to be able to see who the person in chat is as we move forward, because here's the thing, right? Next Sunday is the last game, but it's not going to be an end of doing a live on YouTube. No, 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 no. It's going to be a change. We're going to look at different things. Yeah. And music, that's one. But there's more, because there is a playlist, and the playlist is very, very large. And I wrote that playlist for you, right? So, yesterday's game, disappointed, yes. But on a Monday morning, yeah, we still sit third. Chelsea, they're creeping up, which means our game next weekend, we got to smash Everton, to say to everybody below us in the table, right, you are not going to overtake where we are, because the more goals you score, the more goals we're going to try and score. Thank you for the like. There's 22 people here. Yeah. And we've got a Man United fan. Welcome in. This is, I mean, it's mainly football, but I expanded from football to other bits and pieces. Now, also, super chats are available, so if you want to type a message and have that message read out, please use super chat. And also, moving forward, memberships. Yeah, but here's the thing for you. Yeah, Declan Rice would not have scored yesterday had it not been for an error in judgment. Anthony Gordon, he lost control, and within milliseconds of him losing control, the ball's in the back of the net. I'll be doing an in-depth stat preview for the tune on my channel during the week. Yeah. Well, I'll look at it this way, right? As I said in lives yesterday. Yeah. There were players yesterday on the pitch who haven't played a lot of games. And the hope is, as we move forward as a club, those players either decide themselves, it's time to hang up your boots, or they move to a new club. Because Callum Wilson yesterday has been an absolutely outstanding servant for Newcastle, scoring goals and being a predator in front of goal. Yesterday, no. Matter of fact, the past couple of games, Callum Wilson has not. Why does my man look like Fireburn? Calm it down, man. Calm it down. I'm 58 years old. And that's going, everything that you see on camera is going to change. I am from Newcastle upon Tyne, Tiger Edits. I was born and bred and raised there. Notification. Do one. You're not welcome. If you're going to do stupid stuff like that, you're not welcome. So do one. What country? United Kingdom. Newcastle is a county, not a country. It's just a county. County of Northumberland. And this is what this is about. It's about Newcastle United in the game yesterday. Players who could have scored yesterday. Guess what? I'm going to remove you. Guess what? Bye. People are going to come in and play silly games because I'm talking about football. You're not welcome. I had one yesterday, and if I keep getting them, I'm just going to say to YouTube, where this is live, I'm not happy because people are coming in and they are disrupting a live. So don't do it. Otherwise, either I remove you or a mod will remove you if they are in chat. Now, first half, we had an effort by Bruno. We also had an effort by Harvey Barnes. I hope, I pray, in 1 second, Fireburn, I hope, I pray that Harvey Barnes in the final game, Anthony Gordon in our final game, Bruno, Dan Burn, and others have a party at St James's Park. And we get 3 points and we get more goals than those teams who are chasing us at this current moment in time. Oh, you're a musician too. Oh, you play the heavy metal scene. Well, we're gonna look at that in the next part, because the guitar, the amp, is switched on. So, primetime TV, something for you, yeah. Now, getting back to Newcastle United, they had a few. Ben White just went wide of the post, and it wasn't by a lot. Ben White also is an England international, but they could only get the one. How do you think Alan Shearer was? How do I think he's the greatest goal scorer for Newcastle United and current leader of the Premier League goal scoring. So it stands the test of time. I can't take losing to teams in red and white. I feel sick. It happens. Football's a funny old game, man. You know? Like yesterday, people were saying if we beat Arsenal, we would have went second. But what I said to several people yesterday in chat, the Premier League is the hardest league on planet Earth. And we have lost points to clubs this season. Now, it's 22 years here. Can I have a few more likes if you're enjoying the content? Yeah, yesterday, people had said that they wanted Newcastle to win, Newcastle to go second. But as I pointed out in the live, the first one, I went live a few times yesterday, was this. When you're playing a team like Arsenal, who are in second for a reason, yeah, they were fighting Liverpool, who ended up champions. Our time for Newcastle United, that's going to come. It will come. You know, where we don't have to go to Wembley to pick up a trophy, whether it's St James's Park or we're at a brand new stadium, like a lot of clubs want to do. They want to play in a brand new stadium, bigger capacity, more supporters in, and also more corporate. Because that's the way the Premier League's going. They want more corporate in the Premier League. Hey, Julie J. Do you know, fantastic to have you. Absolutely fantastic to have you. She's a wonderful moderator. And Julie, here's the thing, right? I say this a lot. I do. But here's what I'm going to say to you. Yeah. After our game next weekend, I'm going to change things up. I'm going to do music and other bits. Would you like Julie J to come on board as a moderator in the close season? Because if you do, if you could have a word with, say, Les and, you know, a few others, that would be appreciated. And even though there's no football, I'm still going to keep ploughing through until August. And the hope is, between now and August, to climb on YouTube. And not only climb, the hope is that there are businesses which I'm going to show you in about 10 minutes. Those businesses are to create jobs. Yeah? But that's in 10 minutes. So let's get Newcastle United and where possibly next season. Now, right now, I just checked before I came live. Pardon me. And Newcastle United are in third place. There are 5 places at the top and 1 place which is like 17th and 16th. That's a match to be played tomorrow. I believe it's tomorrow anyway, or the next day, between Tottenham and Manchester United, for one of them to go back into Europe as well. But at the top, yeah, there's 5 spots. We sit third. We have scored a lot of goals this season. Alexander Isak, he didn't play yesterday. As far as I can remember, he was not on the pitch. Callum Wilson was, and I didn't really hear the commentators speaking about him. So, because of that, what I'm thinking is it's time for Callum to either hang up his boots, go into punditry, or maybe try a new experience. My favorite footballer, Alexander Isak, but I also like Harvey Barnes. I like Anthony Gordon. Because I sing songs about them too. I don't just talk about them, no, I sing songs as well. You need surgery. Oh, God. So he's not going to be playing against Everton. Okay. Scrub him off the team sheet. Now, because of that scrub off, here's the thing. Newcastle United against Everton, now that he's not going to be playing at all, we need to go William Asula and Callum Wilson last game of the season. Both up front. So it's a 4-4-2. And disappointed because, like I say, I wanted Alexander to try and better. Benny's here. Good morning, Benny. Right, Benny, give me about 8 minutes and then I'm going to show you something, and that is it's on the laptop. I'm on my mobile, yeah, because as you can see, I can twist the screen. Now, here's the thing, yeah. We've already there's a person in chat, yeah, and what I want to say to you all is this, yeah. You're on a lunch break. That's fine, yeah. But what I want to say to you all is this: Mason is also in chat, or he was in chat. What I want to see going forward here on my YouTube channel, Paul Gallant 3675, is I want to see who you are. I want to see your face, like Mason did earlier. You can do that, right? We can build a community between next weekend, where football comes to a close. Good morning, I like coffee. Good morning. And the start of August next season. August the 17th or thereabouts. Yeah? So between now and then, certain things are going to happen. Now I'm watching the clock. Yeah? So when the clock hits 30, I'm going to show you something. Yeah? And I'm going to show you it, and I'm going to turn the camera from that to that so you can see everything. Yeah. Peyton is talking about Diddy, and we're not even on the same page. Okay. And for one, I think the person you're talking about is American. We're all British. Yeah. Ben, hi mate. Are you a pastor? My channel is about Newcastle United Football Club, music, as you're going to find out, and there's other things too. So I'm giving you a word which is a beautiful word. It's called diversity. Okay? Now, as we're talking about like yesterday's game, we had a very late opportunity and it went into chaos. Dan Burn was mentioned by the commentators on Match of the Day a couple of times, reaching out and grabbing for whatever reason. I think only he knows. But there was an opportunity late on where Nick Pope had come up and it just didn't happen. Good try though, especially late on to bring it as a draw. But sometimes football's a funny old game. And we now have Everton coming up next Sunday. All games are basically the same time kickoff. And there's going to be split screens on Sky Sports, etc. Will your with your crypto hat on, any thoughts on the upcoming space merger involving Cantor, Inquiry Partners, and XX? We'll discuss that in about 4 minutes. Yeah. I don't know anything about that merger, to be brutally honest. Which club has won the most Champions League titles? A couple of clubs come to mind. Manchester United, Liverpool, Chelsea, that's a very hard one. Very hard question. Very hard. Yeah. Oh, it's a SPAC. Oh, that's a special thing, which I'm going to come on to in a couple of minutes. We're just approaching the changeover. Yeah. The changeover is where I'm going to flip the screen and I'm going to show you something. Yeah. Now, my hope for Newcastle United going forward, what I want to see is new players. I want to see the wage structure rewritten. It's already paying a player 120 or 150,000 a week. But if another club somewhere else in the Premier League can offer like what I call silly money, it's going to turn the player's head. And like I said in my live the other day, I want Paul Mitchell to turn around and say to people, You're coming to Newcastle. You're coming to play for the fans in the hope that the fans take you to their heart. And then you can do what happened earlier this year. Dan Burn, Bruno, Alexander Isak, they are now legend forever. Because Dan Burn hadn't scored the first goal, it may have been a different game. Yeah. Now, as I promised, we're going to have a look at something. Yeah. So, this is on the laptop, which I'm about to show you. Right. Here we go. This is the switchover from Newcastle United to something related to not just the club, the city, Newcastle upon Tyne. You ready? Why didn't you switch? There we go. So, as you can see, I have the YouTube open, but this is important. Now, you can see there, when it focuses, 13 repositories. Yeah. You can see my name. Yeah. I was 57. I'm not anymore. The secret of my success, I don't just cover Newcastle United. I do other things. You have to be able to want to expand. Now, as I switch to this, oh, it's locked. It's locked. Damn it. Right, we have that. It's a game. Focus. Yeah, that's a game. That is for the people of Newcastle upon Tyne. That there is about our club. But I want to show you more. So we're going to have a look at more. Come on. Hey, man. Me moose. Right, wrong one. Take that out. And we go again. Right. So, you can see there's a lot of activity here. Yeah? So, we're going to come down. So, what we've got there, idea. Idea 1. That idea is for Newcastle United. Geordie NFT Carousel Gallery. The one below it is, again, Geordie Nation. Yeah? So all of these, every single one, watch. Let's have a look at that. So, now you notice the top one is private. You have to request. You notice the second one is private. Again, you've got a request. private, private. That one is seekingyou.org. That one is a motorbike game like the Isle of Man TT. Geordie Nation for the people and the businesses, the tourism, etc. And all that one there is basically an empty repository. That is a sailing game. Sailing the high seas. And that game there, UBC, yeah, United Boat Builders Cup. That's what UBBC stands for. Okay? And come on, mouse. Sort your life out. Come on. And then we have the Mighty Magpies Show. Now, the Mighty Magpies Show, what's that? St James's Park and 4K and CGI combined. So, here's my point, right? As I come back up, now you can see, link, that's what you're watching right now. You're watching my channel. Oh, come on, mouse, man. But that's where you can find the information, right there. And that one there has massive potential to give Newcastle United massive funds, and so do other ones. But it needs assistance. They're set to private. Send me a request and you get in. But you've got to have knowledge. It's no good asking to come in and looking at JavaScript, CSS, SQL, PHP, etc. if you have not got the skill. You're wasting your time. So, that's for the club, lock, stock and barrel. It will always have my name associated with it, but it goes to the club. Because I was so tired of the dreaded FFP and the dreaded PSR. I'd had enough. So that's what that idea there is. And what I'll say to all of you who's listening at the minute, Stephen Gill, an update. You're looking at the update. You're looking at it. Yeah. This is there. Yeah. You can see the little sign for GitHub. Yeah. You can see my name. Yeah. You can see it there. And Geordie Paul. Because if I go to projects, that's what you get. Right there. Private, 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 and private. You want to come in and help? Brilliant. Superb. Let's get together working. Me and you. So, you now know where to find stuff. Yeah? Now, you also can see there, for open. Let's do what United Boat Builders Cup has on the tin. Let's push the boat out. Let's get into these and let's make the code the cleanest it can be done so that they can be published like the first one, Seeking You. Yeah? Where is it? There. There is Seeking You, not by Bolt, because Bolt has a problem. It's by lovable.dev. So there is a lot of files there. And like I say, this is something brand new. Right, back to me. So, I know that was short. I know it was. But what I want to say to you is this, right? The Newcastle NFT carousel. Yeah. That is image license for the image, also licenses for something which happens at St James's Park, which is the ball flying into the back of the net. Good morning, Alpha Kenny 1. Good morning. And I want to integrate the image of the player, the website for Newcastle United, and I want it all to change on a cycle. So the cycle is 3 months of an image. You get 3 months of the website. You would get 3 months of a little video from St James's Park where a goal or something majestic happens on the pitch. And it's just that little snippet. You don't get anything else. Then the other part is St James's Park from a fan's point of view. So whether you're sitting in the Gallagher, west corner, east corner, behind the goal, you're sitting down on Lees's terrace near pitch side, you're sitting at the back, or you're in the Sir John Hall stand. I want snippets within that. And my name's bolted to it, but everything for that goes to the club. That's what I want. Now, what we got here? Good morning, Raw Dog. How are you today? I think it may be. Yes, it is. It's just after 12 o'clock. So, yeah. I've shown people, Raw Dog, what's going on with GitHub. I've also spoken about yesterday's game and the upcoming game with Everton at St James's Park. I don't believe Primetime TV I will be at St James's Park
I don't think so, unless family have gifted me a surprise. I don't know. And if it is the case, I will be up and I will allow people to know, like by doing a little video upon arrival, so that you know where I am, and you know, come up and speak to us, and I'll shake your hand. Do you know do you know Turkish? No, sorry. Um, but all are welcome. Just you know, speak in English. At the end of the day. Now, um, I've talked about Newcastle United, as I was saying to Raw Dog. Um, I've covered the GitHub, and one thing is left as we approach the hour. So, I hope you all enjoy. Because, like I say, next weekend there is no football in 2 weeks' time. Well, not British football anyway. So, right. Now, I can't see what's in chat. Okay? I can't. I just hope you enjoy. Because this is what's going to happen after the football has all finished. I've got this on the bottom setting, which is treble. The section I really like is this one. This is rhythm. So, as we move forward, this is what you're going to see in the close season. This is what I call diversity.
this, yeah, while I'm playing, I'm not singing. Because I don't think it's going to pick up well on the mobile phone. That's why I'm not doing it. To Prime TV, who's also a musician. I don't have a drummer. Thing, right? As we move forward, after all the football's finished, yeah, I'm going to be doing music, and I'm also going to cover like a G, which is an F, and it's going to be under the heading Adult Learning. Now, one thing I'll tell you all is this, right? From the F, the G, all the way down, I don't know all of the notes. I don't know all of the chords or the positions. My fingers know where they want to go. That's all I can tell you. Playing, sometimes it's just down, 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 and sometimes it's I'm raking it both ways. So yeah, I'm going to explain that during the videos, the lives, because the thing I want by next season is I want to become something more. Hold on a second here. Hold on a second. Right. What we got? What we got here? Okay. I would love to play what you've just asked. It is a classic. But I can't play what you just asked, which is one of my favourite tracks of all time. Thing called Copyright. I can't do it, and I won't do it. So Broski is saying PD Proudlock was on Made in Chelsea before his Newcastle United podcast. What's my claim to fame? You'd have to go right way back in time. All the way back in time. 1983, 4 is the year. I'm being interviewed by Tyne Tees Television. They are at Vickers Mitchell Barons, and we are helping with the old tank. My very first appearance on any kind of television. So yeah. Thought you were going to break out into a solo. Yeah, well, here's the thing, right? Normally when I'm playing top string, which is the E, yeah. Normally when I'm playing that, I'll play like a G and then an open G, the open E. And it just depends how I'm feeling, you know. I like to the E string. What I'm going to attempt between now, Prime TV, is I'm going to detune just the E string down to a D. I was chatting to Gemini about that. Hello there. So you're an Arsenal fan, and well, you've now finished in second place. Well done. And yeah, as I was just saying there, when I'm playing the top string, I'm using Ernie Ball's Super Slinky, which is rough gauge, and I want it to rip me fingers to bits. Yeah, we've covered the game at the beginning of this video, and this live. So if you wish to like have a look at like what I've spoke about, please, when it's finished, go back to the beginning and watch, because like I say, I spoke about that. And moving forward, I hope all of the teams who will play in next season's UEFA Champions League, I hope this time round it can be an English final. You can do a drop C as well. That's something new. I did find out by Gemini on my mobile. It's just for when you're dropping from an E to a D, it's just top string, and you can expand and go
like from their fifth string, fourth string, third string, second string, and bottom string. You can, but I don't want to do that. So, yeah, but my YouTube channel moving forward, what I showed you before, which is on GitHub, that needs help. That's why stuff is set to private, so that those people who have the extraordinary coding skills can come in, and every single job of every component of what you just saw stays in the United Kingdom. They're all British jobs. And that's the hope. I've got to contact Superbase over the very first incarnation of one of those I spoke about, seeking you, but you know, I'm hopeful for the end of this month. Seeking you, you can go into it. Geordie Nation, you can go in and you can explore. And tell your friends, tell your family, tell your workmates. There is a new form of social media. And I want you to enjoy the games. The games are going to take people who have extraordinary coding skills, and I'm going to showcase them. And the demo, and beyond the demo, the full game, those people who have done all of those things, they go to the front. I stand at the back. I used to work at Google. Well done, Code Cowboy. Well done. Yeah. Well, at the beginning, at the run about the, what, 50 odd minute or something like that. No, it's after the 30th. After the 30th minute, I go onto my GitHub to show people what's there. And yeah, moving forward, I want to be going from the last game of the season all the way through to August, and hopefully by the time we get to August 17, hopefully, fingers crossed, my YouTube subscribers have gone up considerably, and all of you wonderful people will have liked the content by, liking and subscribing, so I can show other people it can be done. Primetime TV, I am only skilled in writing. I am as well, and I'm going to show you something. I'm going to show you something right now. This is a song, and the song is to all of the players. It's to them, not to Eddie, not to Jason, to the players. Pushing the Limits is the title of the track. We have the players pushing 10 goals each. Home and away, we've got to push all the way. Spread the goals around. Harvey, Anthony, Bruno, Jacob, and more. Pushing the limits, create new goals. Push for the top before Christmas. So you know generally when this was wrote. Grab your chance to score one more. Train hard so Eddie gives you your chance. Alexander, Callum, we know you can score. Help the others. Push the others to secure as many as you will score. Now, players who are not involved anymore. Mickey, Sean, Tino, make your mark goals to a hashtag united effort to score two. Push yourself to smash the back of the net. Rise up. I know you can. I believe in you. And that is just one page of the song, and it's called Pushing the Limits. Other songs is one thing when you go to a football stadium, whether you're in the crowd or whether you're a player, especially if you're a player, are you brave enough? And that's another title of a song. Before Christmas. And as Prime TV said, writing your own material. Somebody asked for Smoke on the Water earlier. Deep Purple, outstanding band, but I'd get a copyright, so I'm not doing it. No, so SCR fan. No offense, you're gonna get to the round of 16 and then get knocked out. Last time round in the UEFA Champions League, Newcastle got the game, or well, the group of death, and a decision was made at one of the stadiums. That decision should never have been made. Had that decision not been made, Newcastle would have progressed into the next round of the Champions League. But that's past history. Moving forward for Newcastle United, up the wage structure. Paul Mitchell, go and find to replace Callum Wilson, Sean Longstaff, Matt Targett, and others. We need to renew. So, yeah. But as I was saying to you, the hope is come August, in a little over 3 months' time. The hope is we get the players we want, Eddie wants, and Newcastle and all of the teams who have been worked so hard to get into the top five, all of them do well in Europe. Where in the United Kingdom are you from? Where am I from? Let me just tell you. I'll show you. That's where I'm from. That's above my bed. And I don't live there no more. I live in East Midlands. So, moving forward, the hope is people will come and request to what's in GitHub so we can move forward. They don't come forward, they stay private. And the music moved forward too. Now, much appreciated to everybody who's been here. There is memberships available, tier 1, 2 and 3. There are also available super chats. So you want your message read out above other people, use the super chat. And this YouTube channel carries on all the way through to Christmas and beyond. I thank everybody that's been here today, and I will see you all later on. I will leave a comment on YouTube and hope to see you all later. Thank you for being here. And let's grow Paul Gallant 3675. Let's go international. America, Europe, and other countries. So, thanks for watching. See you all very soon.